The guests and discussions on this show are not endorsed by the show or show host. The content is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Nothing you hear is intended to substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, and/or treatment by a qualified health professional.
Welcome to Health Revolution with V, your integrative health adventure. Welcome to the Health Revolution with V show. We have an amazing guest coming on today. I do want to let you know that if you want to visit the other shows and see who some of the other incredible guests are with their incredible information, you can go to eatingwithv.com. That's eatingwithv.com, where you can see all of the Health Revolution with V shows, as well as a lot of great integrative health information. So check it out, eatingwithv.com. So without further ado, I want to bring on our guest today, who is not only a dynamic and amazing woman, but she's doing some incredible things. She is a RTT hypnotherapist, which is a certified rapid transformational hypnotherapist. She's also a registered nurse, and she founder of the Women's Life Mastery and CIA certification event. What does that mean? We are going to find out. So without further ado, let's bring up Lisa Michaels. Hello, my dear.
Hi, Miss Veronica.
Finally got you on the show.
Indeed. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, my goodness. I am thrilled that you came on. This woman is dynamo. You do not want to miss what she has to say here today. So we have lots of great information. I think we should just dive right in because we don't want to miss out on anything. So let's start first with RTT. What is RTT, Rapid Transformation? What is that?
So RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy, is a form of hypnosis, a whole toolbox, I call it, of different practices that are all brought together under hypnosis to help reveal. It's a regression type of hypnosis where we go after the root reason cause of limiting beliefs, limiting thought processes, more than likely that were taken on before you hit the age of 7. And it's a really great toolbox because it doesn't just reveal what the root cause is. Marissa Peer actually integrated a whole toolbox of different things that you're guided to and through to not only help reveal the issue, but then to reframe it, eradicate it, remove it, and replace it. It's just the most phenomenal technique of hypnosis. It's really quite transformational, really.
That sounds amazing. So basically, if I'm understanding correctly, what happens is first you find the issue, which is probably the biggest challenge, right? Is finding, people are like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I can't this, or, they don't understand. So first you find it and identify it. Yeah. Then you can kind of go in and shift it and change it.
Yeah, the incredible thing about hypnosis, when you're hypnotized, you are without the guise of the critic, I call it, without the conscious mind, right? That's fighting everything that you're trying to do. And it's funny because clients come to me and they think they know what their problem is. They come in the office and they say, I had this happen and I had this happen and whatnot. But the issue really is that it's the very first time that you made that imprint on your subconscious mind that's important. That very first time you felt that emotion, that powerful emotion about something, right, that made an imprint, because everything after that is just built on top of that core belief that you took on. So it's a very, very powerful to reveal that to somebody while they're hypnotized, because the understanding is completely different than it is in the conscious mind.
Right. And then they keep kind of reliving that pattern, right, until they identify that.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. So for those of you who go, man, I always date the same guy, right, with a different face, or I always attract this abuse or drama, or, my friends are always screwing me over for a lack of. So if they're a repetitive pattern, that's something that can be addressed with this.
Absolutely. And until it is addressed, the person's going to struggle with it. And I know this because I speak from experience. I mean, that was actually what got me into RTT. So until you uncover that and reconcile it, okay, because you can write all the affirmations that you want. You can write affirmations all you want. But unless you are able to connect with that exact neurosynaptic connection that's made in the brain, okay, and reframe it, you're kind of stuck with it, and all you're doing is kind of you're putting a glaze on it, right?
You're trying to trick the brain with affirmation, which, listen, there's nothing wrong with affirmation, but
Absolutely.
affirmations are not going to get to the root of that issue.
No.
I agree 100% with that. Like, you've got to do way more than just an affirmation to clear a lifelong situation like that or trauma.
Yep.
Right?
Well, it's the belief system that's adopted because your mind does not know the difference between a truth or a lie. It just doesn't know the difference. All it does is takes in the information that you allow, right? And so when you're a child, you don't have any logic. So let's just say a very simplistic example would be the first day a child goes to school, all right? And they're saying goodbye to a mother maybe that really coddled them all the way up until that time. And so this can be a very traumatic event. As simple as it sounds, okay, a child can actually take on abandonment issues, not worthy issues. Of course, it depends on how much work the parents do after that as to whether they can convince the child otherwise. But that seemingly inconsequential event is where the problems start. And that's why a lot of clients think they know what their problem is, but they really don't. And then when they're hypnotized and they come out, they'll say things like, wow, I haven't really thought about that in a long time. Well, actually, you never did, because the original event where your mind creates that imprint, it doesn't recall the event anymore. It doesn't need to. Why? Because it created a process. Just like when you learn how to walk as a toddler or whenever you learn how to walk, right? When you learn how to walk, your mind doesn't have to keep going back and looking for how you walk. Once it learns and it creates a system, then there you go, giddy up, right?
Yeah.
So that's what our brain does throughout our entire life. And take somebody that has weight issues and they go through their whole life saying, I've done everything that my friends are doing, but I just can't lose the weight. There's something buried in there, some type of event, either a scarcity of food when they were a child. Somebody made them believe that they had to have food. And it can be some really crazy things that come up. And again, until you deal with that, losing weight could actually, not be available to you until you address it.
Or even food rewards, right?
Yeah.
So people give, like, you're a child and parents pay attention. You give your kids candy as a reward for something good, right? They're through their whole life. Anytime they are having a time of discomfort, they're going to go for candy for the comfort food.
Absolutely.
So, oh my gosh, so far this is really great. So don't go away. We do have to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be back with Lisa Michaels in just a moment. Don't go away.
Dr. Shelley Anderson, with Terrapin Chiropractic, proudly serves the Treasure Coast of Florida with high-quality chiropractic care for all ages utilizing the Gonstead chiropractic technique. You can connect with Dr. Shelley at terrapinchiro.com. That's TERRAPIN Chiro.com.
At Your Body Bliss, our passion is creating handcrafted bath and body products for your entire family. From our hand-poured soaps and authentic Castile soap to incredible lotions and more, all made with ethically sourced quality ingredients. With love from our family to yours, yourbodybliss.com.
Have you been told that you need to cut way back on sugars due to a health condition? Do you find yourself struggling to give up the sugars even though you know your health depends upon it? If you answered yes, my online Hidden Sugars class is for you. Take charge of your health and visit eatingwithv.com and take the class.
Aapex Electric is a family-owned and operated, licensed and insured electrical contractor with over 30 years of experience. No job is too big or too small. With free estimates and a 1-year warranty, Aapex Electric is your premier contractor on the Treasure Coast. AAPEXElectricInc.com.
Welcome back to the Health Revolution with V Show. We don't want to waste 1 second because Lisa's here with so much information. So welcome back, Lisa Rogers or Michaels. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. It's
Lisa
all right.
Michaels. Oh, I can't, I have this woman in my mind. It's so funny. And I actually messaged her one day instead of you. It was crazy. So anyway, I don't know what the deal is
worries.
there. But anyway, so right back to it. There's so much information. A question that I had for you, and a lot of people ask this question, like they'll be like, I can't be hypnotized. Can any person be hypnotized, or are there people that cannot be hypnotized?
So there are certainly people that think they cannot be hypnotized. Okay. And the truth of the matter is you're being hypnotized every day. Okay. And I use the simplest of examples, which is everybody I've ever asked has driven through a traffic light. And when they got through that traffic light, they don't know whether the light was green or red. Okay. You're in a hypnotic state. Hypnosis is really about being in a super relaxed state, but focused. So it's the hypnotist's job to guide you and keep you focused where they want you to go. So really what's happening in hypnosis is all you're doing is shutting down that critic. You're getting the person, you're guiding the person into such a relaxed state that they're going into a theta brainwave length, right? So wavelength, brain wavelength. So we all get hypnotized scrolling through social media. You're getting hypnotized.
Right.
When you're watching a movie and somebody walks behind you and you don't even realize it, you're so focused on that movie, you're being hypnotized. That's the trance-like state. You're just not being guided, okay, with questions, right? But you're still in that hypnotic trance. So yeah, everybody can be hypnotized. They do still have to surrender to it. It's not the myth where I can make you do whatever I want you to do.
Bark like a dog or act like a chicken.
Yeah.
She's not going to do that. I do want to clarify on that topic real quick. When she's talking about the critic, she's talking about that inner monkey mind that we have going on, that voice,
conscious,
right?
That's the conscious mind.
Yeah, it's telling us don't do this, or you can't do that, you're not capable of that, or it's analyzing everything. So that's I want to clarify what she means by the critic.
Yep.
So you know that, and we all have that voice.
We do.
Yeah.
And those internal voices are built on the automatic processes that are created, because whenever you engage in something, either on a repeated basis or with enough emotion, your mind's job is to create a process to manage that. Because in reality, 95% of everybody's day is ran by their subconscious, right? You and I don't have to think about talking right now. We don't have to think about lifting the hand. It just happens automatic. So those are the automatic processes. That's what the mind does.
And breathing and listening and things like that.
Everything that you do, it creates a process with your consent or not, right? So, and it may have served you at that very moment, right? But the problem is, especially as you get older, the belief systems that you took on as a child do not serve you as an adult, right? Things like, when parents say something like, oh, you should be ashamed of yourself, or a teacher, right? That person could walk through life, their entire life, with this undertone of shame and not even know why or where it came from.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And just silly things like, someone correcting you as a child, and then you're carrying that through your whole life with every little thing that you do. So
absolutely.
And all of us have those issues. I mean, anyone really is a candidate for hypnosis.
Well, yeah, because I always say this, I share this with my clients, especially the ones that have very traumatic childhoods, is never have I ever met a human being that said, let's go have children and become the best parent we can be. Nobody says that, right?
There's no instructions on how to do that.
Exactly. So, but the important thing is once you get to a certain age, you can't use your childhood as an excuse anymore, right? Because you can't change the past.
Well, they can. They are, but they, it's not a good idea to do that.
Exactly.
So we have a lot of things to talk about. So I want to make sure that we hit on. I had a question about, and I would love for you to explain the redesign your mindset. So that was something that you had brought up, and I would love for you to share about that.
Redesigning your mindset. There is the opportunity for big change. I'm living proof. I mean, I've made a 180-degree turn in my life, my total perspective, my mindset, how I view things. And that's really how I came up with the redesign your mindset, because this is the most powerful tool you will ever have in your lifetime. And it can be the most powerful tool for you or against you, right? Mm-hmm. So redesigning your mindset is really taking a look at where you are and what thoughts are serving you and what thoughts don't serve you. And really, making a true effort in changing that mindset to get you going where you want to go. And that's redesigning your mindset.
And through your programs and through your sessions, they can actually do that. So can you explain what that looks like to work with you? I mean, are there session packages? Like, how does it work? How would, if I came to you and said, hey, I really would like to work with you, Lisa, what does that look like?
So it always starts with a strategy session, because I want to make sure that we're a good fit and that I can get you where you want to be. What that final outcome is for you, I have to know what that is, because there are a lot of myths around hypnosis, right? So I always have, and it's a complimentary session to find out what it is you're trying to achieve. Once we've done that, then I can make, I can give suggestions on whether or not to do a full RTT session, or whether maybe you just need a recording that is tailored to you to change a particular thing. Maybe if you have a phobia or something like that that's more superficial, but I can usually tell in that strategy session where we need to go. So once we do the strategy session, if we go into an RTT session, then it's about an hour and a half session, and you come into my office and we have another little talk about some things, and we I guide you into hypnosis. And we go through my Marissa Peer toolbox, my RTT toolbox.
And everyone's personalized. So each person is and that's how things should be. So we have a lot more to talk about, but we do have to take a quick commercial break. Lisa, if you can just give them your website real quick before we go to break.
It's lisamichaels.org and CIAcertified.com.
lisamichaels.org and CIAcertified.com. And we'll talk about that when we return from the break.
Interstate Express Incorporated is your local and statewide 24/7 courier service. Woman-owned and veteran-friendly, serving the entire state of Florida since 1990. We pick up and deliver anything from an envelope to a 5,000-pound load. Give us a call, 772-287-2137. Interstate Express.
Are you looking for an action-packed adventure? We have unforgettable birthday parties, events, and more. Bring your family, bring your friends, and join us at Port St. Lucie's only paintball park. Call 772-812-0000 or visit invinciblespaintball.com.
Is your insurance company telling you that you have to replace your roof? Neese Roofing is a family and veteran-owned and operated local business. Choose peace of mind and quality work with this Owens Corning Platinum Certified contractor. Join thousands of satisfied customers. Visit neeseroofing.com.
Awakened Mind, powered by BrainTap, is the ultimate relaxation and focus solution. BrainTap helps reduce stress, improve focus, and enhance relaxation effortlessly. Enjoy better sleep and overall well-being. Try BrainTap today at tribelifecoach.com.
Welcome back to the Health Revolution with V. We're here with Lisa Michaels, hypnotherapist and certified rapid transformational hypnotherapist. So make sure, if you're just coming on, make sure you go back and listen, because she has so much great information that she has already shared with us, but we need to get back to it because we have a lot and we want to pick her brain as much as possible. So Lisa, let's talk about how can businesses benefit from hypnosis?
A couple of different ways depending on your business. Let's say a sales force. They can invite me in to do a hypnosis that is geared towards them improving their sales. Same with, let's say, an environment that's very stressful, a job that carries a lot of stress. I can come in, do group hypnosis to relieve that stress. And it's very powerful. They're very powerful sessions. Even those, I call them mini sessions. We're not regressing, but they're very powerful sessions. NFL players, Olympians are all using these techniques.
So it's a group session.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So business, if you have a small business or a large business and you wanted to get some help with your team, she can hypnotize the group. And also, I know that you have an amazing Women's Mastery event coming up. So how about we talk about that? First off, I know it's a CIA certification event. What exactly does CIA stand for? And then let's talk about the event and when it is.
So CIA stands for Conscious, Intention, Accountable. If they're the three key components in change. If you want to make change in your life, you have to start living consciously to know what you want and what you don't want. Then you have to set your intention with goals and make sure that you're living up to those goals at least a little bit each day. And accountability, you have to hold yourself accountable. You are responsible for your reality. Nobody else is. So you have to you can't make excuses, and you can't put it off on somebody else when you're not doing what you truly want to do.
Right. I agree with that 100%. Like, we are all responsible for our own life. We can't blame anybody. Like, we can't blame Jesse, the producer, for, what we say on the show. Sorry, Jesse. Poor guy.
Why not?
So tell us more, too. When is the event? What's going to happen that day? I do want to say that there's a special speaker coming on. Happens to be like a integrative health specialist.
Absolutely. I love it. Thank you for being a part of it, too.
Oh, I'm excited.
Veronica.
I am so excited. So tell us about it. When is it? What's happening?
It's January 13th, 2024. And this event was actually a result of the CIA certification. That's where it was originated, right? And because I wanted to be able to share with other women how they can truly make a change. And Veronica, if the woman in the house makes the change, it helps everybody in the house, right?
Yeah.
So the event is all about change. And then I went on my search for the women that were in alignment with what I wanted to deliver to the women that attend this event. And I found such an incredible group of women like yourself. And we are literally covering things from the head to the toe. And they're all holistic choices, alternatives to really help improve a woman's overall health and well-being through the conscious living with intention and accountability. And all of the presenters like you are presenting with food of how they can improve their health, with the food. And we have sound healing, we have breath work, we have metabolic balance, which is a way to lose weight. But the thing of it is that these women are coming together, giving you the ailments, right, or the problems, and then a choice to solve that problem in a holistic and powerful way. And in addition to the information, there's going to be breakfast, there's going to be a lunch, there's going to be swag bags, we're going to have raffles throughout. It's really going to be a fun and engaging day and a great way to recover from all the holidays.
And not to mention, you're going to meet a room full of dynamic, incredible, amazing women who are empowering themselves.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, I know it's a limited number of people. So how many people, what is the cost? I know you have a special for anyone who comes from the show. So let's share that. And also the website, how they can buy tickets.
So the price of the event is $195, and the tickets are on sale on the CIAcertified.com website. There is a link on my lisamichaels.org website as well, so you can get there either way. And what was the rest of your question?
So you said there was a special for people who, Health Revolution with V show, you must mention that you watched.
Absolutely. So with the Health Revolution show, they can get $25 off of the ticket, which is a substantial amount. And I will have to share with them a coupon code.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So do you want to share the code here, or is that something they're going to get from your site?
They'll get it from my site.
Okay. So they'll have to reach out. So
yes.
CIAcertified.com or lisamichaels.org for her websites. And I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. It has been such a joy and pleasure. Time goes way too fast because I do have more questions I want to ask her, but We're out of time.
We're out of time.
So she
indeed.
might have to come back on one of these days. But thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Veronica. It was my pleasure.
Oh, my pleasure. Make sure that you reach out, lisamichaels.org or CIAcertified.com, which is a women's retreat kind of event. It's an empowerment day. You will receive a certification, amazing dynamic speakers. And I am Veronica Kalbab, Eating with V. So you can visit the website eatingwithv.com and see all the other Health Revolution with V shows along with the podcast stations that they're on. So thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode of Health Revolution with V.